Muhammad Bin Tughlaq is an interesting character. Why? Because he has been referred by many scholars, including a very famous scholar of England. His name was Elphinstone. Elphinstone has referred Muhammad Bin Tughlaq as a mad ruler. कहा है कि इसको पागल शासक या पागल शासक था. अब ये पागल क्यों था उसको हमें एनालाइज करना है कि सच में पागल था या कुछ और बातें थी इसके साथ. तो देखिए, अब इन्होंने कह तो दिया, चूंकि अब भारत का इतिहास इनके हाथ में था, तो जिसके बारे में जो कह रहा था कह दिया, वो बन गया एक लैंडमार्क स्टेटमेंट आफ्टरवर्ड्स फॉर ऑल द हिस्टोरियंस subsequently. But was he really mad? Let's understand one particular aspect very clearly. See, primarily speaking, Muhammad bin Tughlaq was the most learned sultan in the entire history of Delhi Sultanate. Most educated sultan in the entire history of Delhi Sultanate. He was well versed in many languages. Could speak Persian, Arabic, Turkish, local language of India very frequently. He was a well-read person. He read all the great books also of those era. Now, this sort of personality he was having. Therefore, he was also inclined towards Sufism more than any of the sultans in the past as well. Since his wisdom was on high side, there's no doubt about that, so he was also inclined towards Sufism more than the orthodox ulemas. The orthodox ulemas or the orthodox Islamic leaders or orthodox Islamic religious leaders of those era. Therefore, the orthodox Islamic leaders, he was actually anti-Muslims also in that way. And very close to Nizamuddin Aulia to a great extent, it is true. All right. Now, this sort of, let's say, the background was there of this personality called Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Now, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the way he took some decisions, those decisions actually backfired for him. It could not become successful for him. And that's the reason why the historians have alleged him that he took some decisions in a hastiness. He was slightly impatient. He was also hasty in his decisions, and because of that only, he failed on multiple occasions as well. But to call him as a mad ruler is giving a wrong impression about this personality called Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Now, but it is also true that he was educated, but he was not very high on wisdom as well in terms of taking the prudent decisions. Prudent decisions were missing out in the era of Muhammad bin Tughlaq to a great extent. That's the reason why he failed on multiple occasions. He failed on the major projects of a sultan in Delhi Sultanate during his era. तो उन सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स में फेल तो जरूर कर गया, लेकिन जो फेल किया वो इसलिए नहीं किया कि ये पागल था, इसको सोचना नहीं आता था, समझना नहीं आता था. फेल इसलिए किया कि शायद उस डिसीजन के पीछे इसने बहुत ज्यादा अपनी सोच नहीं लगाई थी, बहुत उस पर उसने कंटेम्पलेट नहीं किया था, बहुत ज्यादा उसने अपने थिंकिंग नहीं लगाई थी. And because of that only he might have failed on multiple occasions. However, his era is also considered to be an era where some sort of peace, harmony, stability was there between Hindu and Muslims also in India. Why? Because see, he was one sultan who gave patronage to also the non-Muslim religious heads as well, including Jaina monks. Jaina monks like Jin Prabha Suri and Raja Sekhara, they were given the court patronage by the Sultan. This is the first time when you see a Sultan of Delhi Sultanate was highly, of course, highly under the influence of religious dogmas, religious domain. Now, this Sultan, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, was out of this domain and dogmas altogether. Now, he was giving patronage to also the other religious scholars in his court, other than even the Muslim scholars in his court. तो ये पहला सुल्तान था जिसने इस प्रकार की नई जो कंडीशंस जो है भारत के अंदर लाने की शुरुआत की. साथ साथ ये वो सुल्तान था, एकमात्र सुल्तान था, आई वुड से दैट वे, who used to actively participate in the Hindu festivals as well. He used to organize Holi, Diwali in the court as well. All right. So to that extent, he was a liberal in his approach as well towards the non-Muslims in the Sultanate. And perhaps because of this only, the medieval scholars, including even Elphinstone, have rated him as a mad ruler. Why? Because he was not working, not coming under the influence of those orthodox ulemas. He was close to Aulia. He was pushing the Sufism more than orthodox religion of Islam also in India. So that is where he was a victim of this sort of, I would say, the character assassination by many of the medieval historians as well in this particular point of time. Hence, Elphinstone has also called him as a mad ruler. But let us understand, why did he make this statement? There must have been some reason that Elphinstone has made this statement in the context of the hastiness, in the context of the impatience that he showed towards his decisions that he took one after another. Let's understand that aspect now clearly about the era of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Fine. See. Muhammad bin Tughlaq took many steps during his entire career or tenure of his, let's say, the sultanship in Delhi Sultanate. The very first step that he took, it was announcement of transfer of capital of Delhi Sultanate. It was announced to transfer from Delhi to Daulatabad. It is same area which was called also as Devagir. All this, Delhi to Daulatabad, this was the capital shift announcement made by him. That's the first announcement. We'll discuss that in detail. How did it fail? Second announcement that he made, it was introduction of token currency. All right, it also failed. Third, the Khurasan expedition. It also failed. Fourth, the Karachil expedition. It also failed. Fifth, increase of taxation in the Doab region. It also failed. देखिए, ये 5 बहुत बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट से इसके एरा के, बड़े बड़े डिसीजन से इसके एरा के, और ये 5 फेल हो गए. ऑलराइट, दिस ऑल आर failed experiments of Muhammad bin Tughlaq.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.